Right. That's the part I'm telling you. They're always hungry.
Yeah.
They're always hungry. They always want the snacks. But this one does.
Yeah.
So I'm the dog mom that has to keep snacks in her fanny pack.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And I do that for him.
Hello, Huntsville. Hello, 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 Huntsville.
Hello, Huntsville. I'm David Person, sitting in for Cynthia Joyner, and we've got two very special guests today with us. We've got Tabitha Moore. She is the proud, should I say mom or should I say owner?
Mom.
Mom. She is the proud mom of that beautiful, beautiful bulldog. He is Barkley the Bulldog.
Barkley the Bulldog.
Barkley the Bulldog. And Barkley is an internet sensation, right?
Yes, he is.
So let's start there. How did Barkley the Bulldog, your baby,
Right.
that you share with your husband, your baby, how did he become famous?
Well, he has a personality of all his own. When he was 7 weeks old, we went to get him, and I started taking him to my place of work. And I noticed that people started falling in love with him. I saw the positive impact that he had on the patients, mental health. He would comfort them, illnesses, loss, grief, and I just saw that positive effect. And so
Barkley gravitates to people.
He gravitates to people.
And I've seen that, even just in the time that you've been here with us today. He likes people. He likes to engage with people.
He does.
Do you think he senses, you talked about your place of business, do you think he senses when someone is in pain or hurting or in need?
Absolutely he does.
Why do you feel so sure about that?
Because I see how he reacts to me. Barkley is my emotional support. So when I'm not feeling well, I notice how he comforts me. He comes by me and, he rests his head on me and, he kind of licks on my face and he just kind of lays next to me, He tries to comfort me.
So he's very, we would say, empathetic.
He is.
He's an empathic kind of animal.
He is.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, he is.
So I said that he's gone viral or he's become famous. Give us some quantifiable numbers. I mean, how many views do his videos get?
Well, okay, his views, he gets anywhere from 2-3 million sometimes per post. It just depends. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok and we're on Instagram. So one video alone can get anywhere from 1 million to 5 million.
And what is Barkley doing in these videos that's attracting so much attention?
Well, Barkley, he's learning how to skateboard. He's learning how to swim. He is notorious for being a spoiled brat, want his way. He has a lot of toys. Anyone who watches his videos, he has this massive amount of toys. He has a custom-made toy box, and he strolls them everywhere. He doesn't like baths, so he runs from baths, and people find that comical. People can relate to my day-to-day videos, basically.
Just your life.
My life. Nothing different. It's just my life with him. They relate to it. I give advice on how to care for, an English bulldog or just dogs in general. What I bathe him in, how I care for him, keeping his wrinkles clean, his nails cut, just products that I use on him, and And I just share my knowledge, basically.
So has this become like a job for you, or a business for you, Barkley, managing Barkley? And
it has. It didn't start off that way. I was just a girl who just wanted to show my love for my dog. You know, he, like I said, he's my emotional support. He filled that void for me. I'm an only child. I don't have any children, and so he became that. And so it started off just me sharing him, and then it turned into this thing, you know. And so it just took off. And so I left a job, a career rather, of 20 years in healthcare to work for Barkley, per se. I work for him. He's my boss.
He's your boss.
Now,
okay.
you know, he's a brand, Barkley the Bulldog now.
Right.
And so we're growing. We're growing.
So not to get all up inside your bank account,
Okay.
but
Okay.
to give people a sense, just give us, however you choose to do it, give us a sense of how lucrative this is.
Okay. Well, it goes by the platform. So as I told you, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, and we're on Instagram. So you would get paid monthly from the app. You know, and we're just talking about from the app, not anything like merchandise, because that's coming. So you can get paid anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month per app. So I can get anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 on Facebook, $5,000 to $10,000 on TikTok or Instagram. Any given month, it just fluctuates according to how well his videos do, how well they relate to him.
Sounds like I'm in the wrong business. I need to get me an English bulldog. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a personality of his own.
Yeah.
And I narrate his life. You know, I give you, you know, his life through my eyes.
So I know that this didn't start off for you as an enterprise.
Nope, not at all. It's just a passion.
Yeah. So how did you and Barkley get connected? How did Barkley become part of your life?
Like I said, I've always been an animal lover from day one. Always being an only child. That's what my parents gave me, was animals, you know. And so I just created a bond with them. And so I told my husband, I gotta have a dog, you know. I gotta have a dog. I need a dog. And so he said, okay, I'm gonna get you a dog. I'm gonna get you whatever kind you want. And so we went and got him, and that translated to something personal. Okay. You know, not just a pet, but a family member.
How did you find Barkley?
I found him on Instagram. You can find anything, you know, on social media. So I took a year to do research, because, you know, getting a dog like that, you just can't just get one without doing your research and learning about that breed. So I took a year of learning and researching, and I came across a breeder, and he had pictures of what comes from his litter. And so I reached out, and the rest was history.
So you reached out to this breeder.
I did.
And you traveled to go get Barkley.
We traveled to Georgia.
What was that first encounter like with Barkley?
It was almost magical. I looked at him and I said, that's my dog. That's the one. He looked at me, you know. He had these bright blue eyes, and he has this coat that was so different, you know, camouflaged. And I said, oh yeah, this my baby.
Wow. And you were immediately attracted to him.
I was attracted to him.
And what was your sense of how he responded to you and to that attraction?
I felt like that he could just feel like, okay, this my mama.
How did he show you that?
He wobbled up to me, and then he started all the other dogs were kind of like looking off, and he came up and he pawed on my leg and pawed on my leg, and I said, that's him. He'd whine a little bit, and then when I picked him up, he'd kind of feel that comfort. He felt my comfort, I felt his comfort. I said, this is the one, we got to take him home.
So you said he whined a little bit.
He whined.
As if to say, pick me up.
Pick me up, pick me up.
I want to get to know you.
Right,
or something like
pick
that.
me. Out of all the litter, pick me.
Right.
And so I did.
Yeah.
And so I just became this dog mom. He think he the boss of me though, you know.
Of course.
You know, he's a bulldog.
Yeah. So are you a native Huntsville?
I am.
Born and raised here.
Born and raised.
Okay. And were you said you had animals? You grew up with animals?
I grew up. My father is from Gurley, Alabama, and I spent a lot of time in the country. So I'm sort of like a country girl.
Okay.
And I remember my grandmother, she used to have like chickens, you know, goats, pigs, you know, things like that. And so I'd always kind of like attracted to that, you know, and I just loved being around animals.
Yeah, very comfortable.
I was very comfortable around dogs, and I treated them like siblings, and you know, they just noticed that about me. I didn't treat them like animals. I treated them like like people.
Yeah, which brings me to the fact that Barkley is wearing, like, you got your A&M gear on. Barkley's got his A&M gear on. That is his A&M gear, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. What is this connection with Barkley and A&M? Talk about that.
Well, although I did not attend A&M, I've always been a supporter and a fanatic of the HBCU. And I just support them no matter what. And here recently, A&M invited us to come up for homecoming and for Barkley to tailgate with their mascot, Butch Henry.
So has that happened already?
Well, homecoming is Saturday.
Oh, you said homecoming.
Homecoming,
okay,
yes. Homecoming is this Saturday, so we will be on the hill. And Barkley will make his debut, you know.
Now, have the two dogs met already?
They have not.
Oh, okay.
So they will. Barkley and Butch Henry and a couple of other bulldogs that A&M selected.
So we've already seen Barkley clearly loves people, responds well to people. I'm not a dog person, but he even responds well to me, and I think he's a beautiful dog. What's his interaction like with other dogs?
He's very well with other dogs because, like I said earlier on, I got him comfortable with people, other animals. You know, I take him walking out on Bridge Street, and I take him to a lot of events. Like here, we just did the whole Jazz in the Park. We did Oktoberfest. So he has interactions with other animals 24/7. He just completed obedience school, his class, which is a class of like 7. And so he's comfortable. He's still a puppy. You know, so he's got that play in him. He thinks every dog is his friend. So he's 1. He turned 1 May 31st. So he's a 1 and some change. And this is my big boy. All of 70 pounds.
And I was going to get to that. He's a 70-pound
70
bulldog.
pounds.
What does it take to feed a 70-pound bulldog?
Oh my goodness. You gotta have you can't buy the little bag of food. You gotta buy the big bag of food.
Every week?
No. About once a month.
Oh.
It'll last a month.
Oh, okay.
I try to restrict his diet. I don't know if it's working because I'm mom, so he begs me out of things. He loves potato chips.
Does he?
Yeah, and his dad has gotten him here lately used to pork barbecue skins. Yeah, that's their little midnight snack. So, but
Barkley gets a midnight snack.
Yeah, he gets a midnight snack when he see his dad, munching.
Okay.
He munches.
Okay.
I try to, incorporate a little bit more healthier, and that kind of goes out the window. But he gets fed 3 times a day. A cup, 1 cup, 3 times a day.
Wow, just 1 cup.
Just 1 cup.
Okay. What's the biggest challenge in raising a bulldog like Barkley?
I would say, that's a good question. I would say the biggest challenge would be with bulldogs, their health. You have to be very, aware of their health. Their breathing, 24/7. With bulldogs, they have wrinkles and folds. You have to make sure that they're clean, you know. So you have to make sure that you have all the tools that you need before you bring your bulldog home, like the wrinkle wipes, paste to keep it dry, you know. And bulldogs are kind of known for when they drink water, sometimes they slobber a little bit, you know. So you got to make sure, you know, yeast doesn't form in those folds and things like that. And sometimes they get allergies. Here lately, Barkley has been having problems with his allergies. So, you know, they tell us to give him Benadryl to kind of...
Really? Just Benadryl like you buy
Benadryl.
Off the counter?
So I give him 3 Benadryl at night. And just like we have allergies, they have allergies.
Wow. So you talked about some of the challenges. Now let's talk about
so it's the health.
Some of the joys. What's the thing you enjoy most about being Barkley's mom?
What I enjoy most is just his unconditional love. It's the unconditional. You know, an animal is, they're loyal. You know, man's best friend. They're going to always love you. You know, when your friends and everything, you know, gone, you got your dog. And that's the joy. I can vent to him and I don't have to hear nothing else, you know. It's not going to go nowhere.
No back talk and no gossip.
No back talk, no gossip.
Yeah.
You know. So
I think Barkley's restless. Barkley's been in the studio here with us for a minute, so he may be ready to go. Before we let you go, just want to ask you, for folks who want to follow your adventures with Barkley, how do they do that?
You can follow me. They can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And our handle is Barkley the Bulldog. All one word. And when you spell the, it's not T-H-E, it's the, T-H-A.
Okay.
So it's like B-A-R-K-L-E-Y-T-H-A, Bulldog. All one word.
Barkley.
And we're there. We'll pop up.
Barkley the Bulldog.
You just hit like and follow.
All right.
And you'll see his adventures.
He got some gold chains around his neck.
Yeah.
Is he a hip hop fan? Does he like hip hop?
Yeah, he does.
What's his favorite? What kind of... When you play music, what does he respond to?
Oh, he likes little Snoop Dogg.
Little Snoop.
Yeah,
Right.
he likes a little Drake.
Drake, all right.
Yes.
All right.
So
Barkley's got good taste in music.
yeah, so we're ready for homecoming.
All right.
I had to get him his gear together.
Yeah.
I said, we got to represent on the hill.
Well, you're going to do just fine with that. Barkley is a beautiful, beautiful dog.
Thank you.
And he's been really cooperative today. I think this has been a little much for him in that we're just sitting, and he's ready to move. So
He likes to move.
yeah. Well, Tabitha, thank you for bringing Barkley here, for you coming here and telling us about Barkley.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll follow you on social media, and I'm sure that folks will get a kick out of your life with your baby, Barkley.
Yeah, because we want to spread kindness, you know?
Yes.
You know, we want to spread that joy, you know, and I want to do it one video at a time. You know, these videos, I just don't make them just to make them, you know. I do it to bring people out of, you know, depression. You know, like I said, mental health is very important.
Yes.
And so, you know, if I can make you laugh and smile just by you seeing his shenanigans, then it's worth it, you know?
Well, I will say, I don't know if it was Barkley, but I have definitely, in fact, I feel pretty certain it wasn't Barkley now, but I definitely remember being fascinated by seeing a bulldog on a skateboard. It's just...
All right, well, you got to see him. He's learning.
It does bring joy.
It'll make you laugh.
Yeah,
you see a big bulldog skateboarding, or with a life jacket on in the water. You're gonna laugh.
Right.
You know, or at home begging for treats 24/7 on the video. You know. But yeah.
Beautiful.
So.
Well, Tabitha, thank you, and Barkley, thank you. Barkley's like, okay.
Say thank you, Barkley. You gonna tell them bye?
Sparky's like, I just want a snack. Hello Huntsville is hosted by Cynthia Joyner. Cynthia Joyner and Jeff Morlock are the executive producers. This podcast is produced and directed by Keith Matthews and David Person. Jake Martin and Hans Guger provided remote and in-studio audio engineering and other technical support. Chad Bell is the production administrator. The podcast theme was written and produced by Kyle Wimbish and David Person. Spread the word about Hello Huntsville, the first podcast that makes Huntsville, Alabama, the star.